So what is startup co-living, and how is it helping startups that want to move into the Munich ecosystem? These questions we dove into with Luka Schnee from WERK1, the most startup-friendly place in Munich. Luka gave us a sneak peek tour at their brand new co-working and co-living facility, which is something that I have never seen together. They describe it as the perfect soft landing for startups looking to enter the Munich ecosystem. Is it that? Let's go take a look at the interview and find out.
You're very welcome. Pleasure is all ours, and we're super happy to show you around. We're expanded by 5,000 square meters and added additionally to our portfolio the co-living. The co-living apartments where we're in right now.
And give us a sense of what's been happening over the last couple of months leading up into you opening it up, because you just opened it up.
Yeah, true. We opened 1st of June, which was a very big day for every one of us. A construction site like this, new build of 5,000 square meters requires planning of years. So it started roughly 3 years ago, let's say. And the past few months have been preparing for the big moving. It's not just a co-living that we opened up where we had to prepare a lot, obviously, did a lot of purchasing. So this beautiful apartment will cost 750 net, all in, meaning weekly cleaning. You have I mentioned, an insanely comfortable bed. You have a little kitchenette here. Who wants to do a bigger cooking can go to the community area. Wi-Fi, balcony even. All our rooms have balconies, either facing, you can see the sunset or sunrise and the Alps. So, that's really amazing.
And what comes next? So you've got a couple people living in the co-living space now. The co-working space, I think you said, is 50% occupied already?
The co-working is nearly to 100 because we already had many co-workers. We could fill up three more floors with co-working, but obviously we also have other departments we want to make successfully running. You're right. The first co-livers moved in already, which we're very happy about.
Now, give us a sense of what people need to do to be able to live in here, because it's not just for everybody, right?
WERK1 is called the most startup-friendly place in Munich, which we're very proud of. By adding co-living to our portfolio and new build, we also make sure that it will stay that way. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to go on our website and fill out the application form. We need a few documents that we need to go through for your application. We need a Handelsregisterauszug, nice German word, or a Transparenzregisterauszug, we love German bureaucracy, don't we? And this is stuff you need, but everything easy to get, right?
Yeah.
Probably an important thing is plan in some time, not only because of the process, but also because of the high demand that will be there, definitely, because who doesn't need a affordable apartment in Munich? Once the application is reviewed and done, you will get a link where you can book your apartment or also apartments.
And do they need to have an association with WERK1 already?
Yeah, good question. They don't for the co-living, actually. It is required for, let's say, for the startup, if you need an office with us. But for the co-living, it's our first department that it's open for, let's say, the worldwide startup scene. So also a startup from Spain, for example, who has a contract here in Munich to do something, or even thinking about moving their company to Munich, they can also apply for our co-living apartments.
That's really cool. And you also have these new co-working spaces. Tell me how they're different from the co-working spaces that you originally had.
Well, first of all, it's a brand new building rather than a building from the 50s. Obviously, it has quite a lot of charm over there. Don't get me wrong. But being in this new build, gives a lot of comfort. And you've seen the amazing terrace out there, which is sun from sunrise until early afternoon.
Yeah, I keep picturing myself having a beer out on that balcony. And
for sure.
We want to live here.
Yeah, you can apply as well, for sure.
I might. So community is a big reason why you guys wanted to create this, but why have a co-living space at all? Why not just fill it up with more co-working space when that's already so successful?
Yeah, true. We're in Munich right now, and everyone probably living in Germany or maybe Europe-wide knows how hard the market is in Munich. The flat hunting, it's insane.
Yeah, it sucks.
Rather new offices. The city of Munich needs a space to live for people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But especially tailored to the startups and scale-up scene. For them, it's even harder, when the budget is maybe a little bit lower.
Give me a little bit of a walkthrough of what a typical day for someone who lives here and also works downstairs might look like. So, they wake up and what are they doing?
Yeah, they wake up. First of all, if they live on our southeast side, they can watch the sunset, which is amazing. Before that, they can grab a coffee in our community area. It's open 24/7 for them. There's a big kitchen inside, flat screen TV, and a coffee machine for them, free of charge. Nice breakfast, take a shower, and then just go one floor down where their office is. Start working. Don't waste any time on traveling or whatever. Lunchtime, they have our cafe downstairs, which will be opening very soon with fresh meals. They have lunch there. They can relax and they can go back to work afterwards. And in the afternoon, evening, they sit on our rooftop terrace and maybe watch the sunset with a beer.
Yeah. And you guys run a fair few events as well, don't you?
Big time.
Bring people together in the evenings. What are some of those events? And are they going to stay the same, or will there be separate events for people in the co-living space?
There will be definitely additional events for the co-livers, right? I mean, it's still to be defined yet what we will do exactly, and we will play around a little bit, I guess. But of course, from workout sessions in the morning to cooking classes together in the evening, also having my eye on the PlayStation maybe, so I'll do some FIFA challenges.
Yeah.
But obviously, we talk a lot about community, and so definitely we will do events that are open for the whole WERK1 community.
And how long is someone allowed to stay living in the co-working area or living in the co-living?
Yeah, good question though. The minimum is 1 month and the maximum is 6 months at the moment.
And can you renew that so you can stay an additional 6 months, or is it capped at 6 months?
Unfortunately, it's capped at 6 months at the moment because after 6 months, there's a new law kicking in. It comes a long stay.
Yeah, so this is kind of designed to, get people here, get people to Munich so that they're part of the community, and then they can use their time to find space.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can imagine this would give a startup a big head start. It kind of reminds me of in California, you just rent a house together. You all live and work in the same place and you just push forward really, really fast.
Yeah.
This is probably the closest you will possibly get to that with actually a few more amenities and events. And stuff,
so. I like that thought. And I think it's comparable.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect, we love to call perfect soft landing spot as well, right? Because you don't need to worry about anything, just the application process to get it up and running.
Yeah.
But then you're all set and you can focus on your idea that you have and chase the dream and go for it and take the fast lane. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meet many co-livers, to have them in here, to follow their stories. And hopefully they will leave as the successful founders with the successful startups and kept hopefully a lot of friendship too.
Thanks for listening and watching to our chat with Luka Schnee from WERK1. Stay tuned for 2 interviews we did with startups that are already co-living and co-working at WERK1. If you want to help Startup Knockout, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and share widely. Thanks everyone, take care.